Welcome to the podcast, and today we're going to talk about world records. I'm going to ask you or show you a few world records, and then you have to tell me what you think is the world record, and then I will tell you the real answer. First off, we have a world record that I'm actually going to attempt soon, and that is most pull-ups on a helicopter done in 1 minute.
I mean, with all these things, you probably have to multiply it by 10, roughly. Well, you think, well, not with the pull-ups in 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to say, this is going to be stupid. One every 1.5 seconds, 40?
40.
Yeah.
The world record is 23.
Okay.
This is an interesting one because exactly, most of the time it's actually way more than you think or just an absurd number. But
of course, you're hanging on a helicopter here, which might complicate things.
Exactly. And this is the first time someone attempted it. So that's why it's a little bit lower and why I'm also going to attempt it, because I think I can beat it together with a friend, but we'll have to see.
How does it, just for my, like you're strapped on some kind of safety harness, right?
No, it's a helicopter and it's...
Okay, but it's just going to go low.
It's going to go a few meters into the air.
It's not that low, to be honest.
It's going to go a few meters into the air and then you're doing pull-ups. But he has a helmet on, so that's safe.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, it's not that high. They're like sort of, okay, now I see it.
It's decently, yeah. We're going to go to one of the craziest, I think, personally.
Okay.
This is longest plank ever.
Oh, I think I've seen this, and the guy was pretty old.
And that's recently beaten.
Oh, I think that the other guy had like 8 hours or something, and it's beaten, so 10 hours.
It's 9 hours and 30 minutes and 1 second.
Okay.
And that's...
Okay. It's crazy.
I think that's mad. Like, obviously there is some sort of technique to it, but
still,
I recently did it, and 5-minute plank, like that's hard.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the form isn't perfect because I've seen it, but I mean, within the rules, it is.
This guy was quite it was good. This is impressive.
I mean, even just sitting in one position for 9.5 hours is very difficult. I mean, the podcast we had with Bram, we were sitting on the floor for like 2 hours, and we were sore the next day.
Exactly. I mean, this is
crazy.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
So then we have one for the guy in the back, The Rock.
Okay, he has a world record.
He has probably multiple world records on his name, but this one stood out to me because if you know his Instagram from The Rock, you know he likes to record everything or makes pictures like this, right? So he has a world record, which you just found out, and this is on the actual world record, Guinness World Record website. Most selfies taken in 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes? What the
fuck?
What
the fuck?
Okay, and with different fans, right? It says different people.
Yeah.
Okay, so 180 seconds. Let's say what, every 3 seconds? 60?
105.
How do you do that?
How do you do that?
That's just stupid.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it has to be with different fans, I assume, because otherwise you can just press.
Yeah, but then you could have way more.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was a very interesting one.
It's just stupid.
It's very stupid. Most muscle ups in 1 hour. Recently beaten.
Oh, no. You say it's stupid, so I have to go way higher. So
just think about what normal muscle ups.
I'd say 10 a minute, so 600, which is completely crazy.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
It's 402.
I mean, that's already crazy. But I'm trying to put in the multiple factor here. That is so stupid that it's
402. I mean,
no, but that's stupid.
Previously it was like 350, I think, around that, and I tried that. I got around 150.
Yeah, that's crazy. But it's like 7 a minute. For every minute.
We have a random world record from another celebrity. We got a world record from Logan Paul that he set at WWE Wrestling. World record PCA grade 10 Pikachu card, Pokemon. And what do you think this card is worth? Most expensive Pokemon card.
Okay, so I've heard that these things can be worth millions. 4 million.
It is 4.47 million.
I mean, it was close.
Euros. $5.2 million.
But wait, how is that related? You said it was in the wrestling.
He was doing WWE wrestling, and then he came up with the card on his neck.
I've seen this, yeah.
That's why he showcased it, yeah.
Why is a playing card worth this much?
It's all about demand.
Of course, but I mean, it's
again, I can't.
Never mind.
Try making like a 2 ROI on that.
Yeah.
That's like...
Okay.
Longest L-sit female.
Okay, so this is going to be stupid again.
I mean,
it's not going to be it's not going to be hours. Definitely not.
No.
Longest L-sit. Okay.
Female.
Is it hanging
it's on the ground.
On the ground. Okay.
It's like this.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean-
10 minutes.
5 minutes and
Okay.
15 seconds. Yeah, but still,
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Most eggs stacked total. You probably think you can't even stack one on a table, right? Because then it falls down.
But like stacked on top of each
Yeah.
other. Like 10.
It's 4.
Okay.
Like it's a random world record, right? It's so random. So random. Most consecutive muscle ups.
Consecutive. Okay.
Not letting go of the bar.
Yeah, I'd say like 30.
32.
Okay.
Good guess.
Okay.
Good guess. We got that workout guy over here, so muscle up guy. You can do a few muscle
I
ups.
can do a few, but not 32.
No?
No.
Like we're staying with a bit of weird world records. Fastest time to pull a car 50 meters walking on hands. I mean, this is first of all, is this
So
possible?
you're walking on your hands and you're putting a car 50 meters.
It looks like this.
Okay. It has to be not too long because it can't be too fast. 3 minutes.
1 minute and 13 seconds. 1 minute. I want to say minutes as well, but like 1 minute.
How? Okay. I'm impressed.
Farthest under the leg basketball shot.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid.
That's like what, 25 meters?
It's 20 meters.
20
yeah,
meters,
yeah. Crazy. Tallest stack of M&Ms. Like it's the same as eggs, basically. Like it sounds impossible.
So like the height or the amount of M&Ms?
Yeah, the amount of M&Ms and then stacked on top of each other.
The eggs were 4. This is probably a bit easier. 6.
It's 6.
Really?
It's 6.
Let's go.
It also looks it looks funny. Look at that. I almost don't want to say this one. Heaviest road vehicle pulled with teeth.
Oh, no way.
So the weight
No.
of the vehicle.
I mean, and it's a road vehicle. How is this possible? This can't be too.
So pulled with your teeth. Yeah.
Yeah. This can't be heavy. Okay, I'll say something that I think is way too heavy. 50 kilos.
50?
Yeah.
It's like it's a truck. It's 50,
What? No way.
it's 15,730 kilograms.
But how do your teeth not fly out of your mouth?
Exactly. Yeah. You probably got like a. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, is he biting like on
something?
So they're
yeah.
not like, okay, I thought they would actually be like.
I think you're making a valid point because I was like, that's way too low. But if you think about putting this and you have a 50 kilogram weight plate and you put it on there,
My teeth will be flying out.
obviously, yeah. Luckily, this is on wheels, so that.
But still. Like, I couldn't even pull a truck, get it to move.
Fair point.
Right?
Yeah,
Let
fair
alone with my
point.
teeth.
Some of your guesses were actually pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, some were pretty far off.
Pretty far off. Like, I don't think you can get any farther away. But still, I think the way you thought was actually. This is the thing with world records. There are a lot of them, like lots of world
Yeah.
records. What do you think about the fact that there are so many different world records?
So I know we pre-discussed this a bit, like that we would discuss this. And then I think it's a good thing. But now that you actually mentioned certain world records, like stacking eggs or stacking M&Ms or something, then I think that's a bit like... I like the fact that there's a lot, but I think this is too much.
I really like the fact that there's a lot as well, because I think I see it kind of as the philosophy of my YouTube channel as well. It's like making stuff fun, you know, getting people to do stuff. Obviously, this is also a business, Guinness World Records, but I feel like they're really like they're making the world a lot more fun. It's just
were those M&M stacking actually like Guinness World Records?
these
They're
were
like,
all Guinness World Records, official Guinness World Records. So the thing is, I think it's a good thing in terms that there are so many different variations of stuff, because it's just you can make everyone sort of feel like a superhuman.
That is true.
I think that just adds to the world rather than only having like 5, you know, because still we are with 7-8 billion people. I think it's good, but there are a few that I would say that they should have not done and be like, this is too random. This is not really even a skill. But then again, I'm not sure if I'm the guy who can judge about that.
That's true. I think there's certain world records that I would be sort of opposing or against, but I don't know if they're there. So any world record which is actually dangerous. I mean, there are, of course, there can be some danger, but the issue is if it's a Guinness World Record, a lot of people might think, oh, I want to try this. And then if it's actually quite dangerous, that might be an issue.
I think you could say the helicopter one is unnecessarily dangerous but then again,
He was wearing a helmet.
It was wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
Exactly. But also people can't really do that. ever. Like it's such an insane amount of work to get that done, to get the I mean, not everyone has a helicopter, or getting a helicopter to do that actually is lots of safety stuff for that. But yeah, I think you're right. Like there could be maybe some stuff in terms of weird like push-ups. You've got some weird push-ups where you need to have your wrist in very weird positions. And that one I was like, not sure if that's the best one. That's something I came across, for example. But there are probably multiple examples of those.
Maybe some eating.
Some eating world records as well.
Because I know those are crazy as well.
Exactly. Some like fastest hot dogs in this. Yeah. And obviously competitive eaters, professional, stuff like that. But if then a 12-year-old or 15-year-old decides to just shove like 17 hot dogs at the same time down his throat. Yeah, I mean, it's on him, but it's also a bit on the Guinness World Record. But like
13, 14-year-olds who try some cinnamon challenges.
Exactly.
Yeah. Who would do that?
Cinnamon challenge is dangerous. Who would do that? Definitely me. The world records, multiple companies, but Guinness World Records being the main one, obviously. Yeah, they make the world a lot more fun, and I understand that there are so many different world records because people try to come up with stuff, and yeah, I think that's fun.
Do you know? Are there, because you're working on a world record? What are like the qualifications? So when can you actually say, okay, Guinness World Records, I want this to be an official record?
That's a good question. So if we get to the process of Guinness World Record, how to join, basically, and how the joining process goes, we have to apply for the world record. So if you see a world record online for most pull-ups done in a helicopter in 1 minute, you can say apply. Then you have to fill in lots of forms. You have to go and set your date even. So you actually have some preparation done already.
But that's existing world records that you're trying to break.
So for existing world records. So if you go through that, and then the process of that takes like, they say 12 weeks, but I think you mentioned that.
Yeah, so actually a friend of mine has hopefully broken a world record, Guinness World Record, the highest amount of burpees within 1 hour.
Oh, yeah.
If he actually breaks it, we'll definitely get him on the podcast.
What was the amount for that?
He had to do more than 950 in one hour.
A burpee.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, and that's sort of interesting about what I know about these world records, Sam. So the first time he did over 1,000. However, he only had one camera, and after 30 minutes, the camera stopped, like some of the cameras we have.
Yeah.
And yet they had to press record again. So they said, sorry, we don't know what you did in between, which makes sense.
Yeah. So it's not allowed.
Yeah, it's not allowed.
Exactly. So you have to, for applying for existing world records, you can do that either, like, it takes like 12 weeks, and then you have to like get approved.
Oh, yeah, that was your question, sort of. It takes 12 weeks or more even right now to get it approved.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you, once they approve it, you get the guidelines, and that's where you can actually see what you need to do. So you then get the guidelines. So then you're already like months later, and this is obviously, this process is fairly fast, I assume, from a world record standpoint, because they could spit that out right away. Like, hey, you want to know what you need to do. Then you need to record it, like with all the requirements. Like you have to do this, the form, this, like lots of requirements, and then also record it with like 3 different angles from cameras that are rolling the entire time. Then you need to send that, and then like you're months and months further. Or you can get also someone over to actually get your world record done, and this costs like thousands. This costs like, makes sense kind of, because they need to fly someone over, and it's a business. But yeah, for a YouTube video, for me, that's why I wasn't very interested in getting an official world record at first, because for a YouTube video, it would just not be worth it to spend like $12,000 on a world record.
Or you have to wait like 3-4 months to actually upload the video because you have to wait for the results.
Exactly. Or we have to wait for so long. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. But then we also got in contact with Guinness World Record. So you can also have priority, which you just have to pay more for, or
be known, probably.
Work together with Guinness World Record. And I'm super excited for that, like multiple world records hopefully coming up. But that's for existing world records. For if you want to create a world record, this is where you have to sort of get in touch with them and suggest world records. So you can actually have, but that's maybe because I got in contact, you have to create world records, like come up with ideas.
Exactly.
And say, we want to do this, come up with some requirements, and then you have to go back and forth. This process probably takes even longer because you really have a creative process as well. But yeah, you can come up with, anyone would be able to come up with world records. And
break them, because I'm pretty sure that if you put your time and mind to it, you can stack 6 M&Ms.
Probably. I mean, it literally looks like anyone can break world records, and it probably is as well. And that's actually, I think that's a good thing.
Same.
I think this is the power of world records. This is the power of getting people active, getting people excited about something, not just looking at a Marvel movie and seeing, all right, that's a superhuman. I mean, I'm not that. No. But now it's like I can be a superhuman. I can be breaking something and getting recognition from Guinness World Record. Get that. I think they're doing a very smart job at that, and it's just very. I think it makes the world a bit more fun.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's good that everyone can potentially break one. But I do think that whatever the world record is, it should really require a lot of practice, training.
Yes.
And it shouldn't be something that you can think, hey, I've never seen someone stack 2 gummy bears. Let's stack 2 gummy bears, and I have a world record.
Exactly. That's a very good
I'm
distinction
sure
to make. But
in the process with them, if you're like, as you said, that creative process, I'm pretty sure they're like pretty strict. Like, hey, okay, this is too easy.
They do, and they actually said if you want to break someone's world record, fun fact, it's not about this guy did 25 or 23 pull-ups. I want to do maybe 24 would be enough, but they actually want you to be almost certain that you can beat it by at least like a decent amount, so by at least 2 reps or something like that. Because either if 1 rep doesn't count, it's not all for nothing, or if you think you can do 3 more, but you can actually do 2 more. If you say I can actually do like 1 more, but you can't do 1 more, then again it's all for nothing. So you have to break it, but there has to be a margin there. So that's kind of interesting. But
that's
anyone.
Yeah, and I think again it's a good thing. As long as there's rules, but apparently there is, which is a good thing.
And also effort. Yeah, like you said.
Effort,
I think that's a good one to have. I think effort in terms of if you, like the gummy bear, I like the gummy bear analogy. That's a pretty good one, the comparison. Because I would say eggs, not everyone right now.
I wouldn't even know how to do this, by the way.
I would not even know how to do 2 eggs, and this guy did 4. Because it's literally, and he did it quite fast, so I think he practiced an insane amount, and probably cost him in a lot of eggs.
Raw eggs, or were they boiled?
That's the question. It didn't say.
Because if it's boiled, you can maybe like hit them a bit so the surface gets a bit flat.
I assume that will be in the.
Probably.
I guess they have to be raw, but that will be. My guess. But hey, that's how you would get a world record. And funny enough, there was actually there's multiple followers that of me online on Instagram that they send me a message, hey, I got a world record here, or I think I've had this like 3 times now. And one guy 2 weeks ago sent me a message, hey, I just broke the world record for most push-up to plank in 1 minute. So push-up, you go plank, and you go back to push-up. So it's like that, Yep. How many do you think he did? Obviously, this is a bit of a longer exercise, so you have 60 seconds. 30. He did 48. So he was fast, insane. And he just said, picture of my Guinness World Record, plank, beat me. And
that's pretty cool.
I'm going to be working. It looks very fast though, but I'm up for the challenge. I couldn't necessarily find fast that someone else had done that previously, so he might have actually created that.
Yeah, that's interesting to know. Maybe to ask him like how that process actually worked.
I want to get in touch with him. But that is the process of getting a world record.
I thought you had some world records, but they weren't Guinness World Records then probably.
Yeah.
Right, in the past. I know they were broken quite fast afterwards as well. Pretty cool, by the way, by pretty big YouTubers who started reacting. But were those just world records and not official?
So that's a good question. Do I have world records, official world records? Guinness World Records, no, I've never had those. Those were, like I said, it takes an insane amount of time for YouTube video and actually costs, because I would love to have like a Dude Perfect vibe where you just you do the world record and there's this guy with the plaque right away, like, congratulations, and then write it off. That would be sick, but that costs a lot of money. And especially when we started doing these world records, most of these we did like 2 years ago. Zero budget for the videos, and we were just enjoying it. There are, because you got to keep in mind, Guinness World Record it's a website.
Of course, yeah.
But there are multiple world records websites, online companies. I never received an official plaque, unfortunately, but we created basically our own online, because lots of YouTubers and fitness influencers, they were like, we're not going to spend 10K or an insane amount of money on these world records to get them done. But we do want to create our own. So it was just battles online, and actually on websites, people kept they just kept count basically of all the records. And on these websites, I'm actually mentioned quite a lot and quite often. And this is where people broke these things. So it's like,
are there still any standing The ones that you did that no one broke them?
No, unfortunately not. We had the and these are all exactly also because it was
Weird.
just fun.
Yeah.
Well, most push-ups in 30 seconds.
Yep.
Those were like that's crazy. We have most push-ups in 60 seconds as well. All these world records.
Toilet paper push-up weird thing, right? Didn't you have
Yeah,
that?
the toilet paper was
Yeah.
basically this is the thing. What I really liked is that it was basically the homemade version of official records.
Yeah.
And everyone could join, and that's what I loved about it. Because for official calisthenics competitions, you get like the fist, someone
Exactly.
else. But obviously,
Yeah.
if you're at home, there's no official jury there.
Yeah.
Like
So let's put on-
So let's put a toilet paper, which is
yeah.
around the same height. Literally, when you do your thumb like this, it was literally around the same height. The one I had, I literally compared it maybe as a half centimeter tall. But yeah, you get the point. It's just
Yeah.
homemade version. And I uploaded that, someone broke it, 10 people broke it, then I broke that again, and we just went back and forth, and basically the entire world could join, and that's those world records, and those are
That's pretty cool as well.
kept count on other, like, I think you have recordbreaker.com or something like that. On those websites, people are mentioning those, and they're just like sort of, it's basically an online catalog of just the world records. It's just not a business behind it, it's just people behind it, just websites. And I think those world records, yes. We had the no hands push-up world record as well, getting that. We have multiple of those, and just keeping count online rather than getting a real certificate, which is obviously super epic. But at that point was not doable in terms of the amount of money we could spend on the videos or the amount of time, because we were literally we were trying to upload almost like twice a week, or at least once a week to twice a week. And if you then had to wait like 12 weeks and maybe get a response from a company to actually approve your world record, I mean. Yeah, we were just doing what we were doing, and we broke the world record.
Yeah, especially the way that you guys did it, when someone reacts super fast and then breaks it again. If you every time have to wait like 2 or 3 months, and then there's someone else who broke it. So
that was
it
exactly
really makes
that was
sense.
one of the main reasons as well. Yeah. Because this is like every day someone else is breaking someone else's world record. So if we would have to go for that, then we would obviously have to. Yeah, this was such an insane amount of hassle. Real official world records, no, I've never had the Guinness World Record, but that's why we're working on it. And Guinness World Record, they liked the videos, and they wanted to work together.
That's cool.
And I was super excited for that, and I'm still am, and that's why I want to get these world records and start doing the official ones.
Yeah, I remember, this is probably before your time. There used to be a television show in Holland. Where they were breaking Guinness World Records with like every single week, and there was and there was this official there, and they would actually get the plaque straight away.
I'm actually very upset that they don't do that anymore. But the TV show, how did that go?
I really loved watching it. So I think it was more of like the entire show wasn't just world records. It was people doing crazy stunts and crazy things, and then there were a few that were actually official world record attempts, if I remember correctly. It was super cool.
Yeah,
because there were. Dude, I remember like someone laying in glass, and then there was a truck driving over him or something.
Yeah,
stupid like that.
Stuff like that. Yeah,
shit like that. And I was watching like, wow, this is so exciting and this is so cool. And I think shows like that, but of course this has been replaced by YouTube for a big part, right? But shows like that, if you see that as a kid, that's like, for me, it was motivating. Like, oh, cool. Not that I wanted to lay on glass and have a car drive over me, but just the fact that, hey, you know, if you just put your time in it, you can break a world record. I think that's pretty cool. And I think that's sort of the same with the friend I mentioned. I think we'll get him on here one day. Like, his story is super interesting, where, you know, if you look at how he grew up, you would really not expect him to be able to break a world record. And I think it shows that seeing people breaking world records, doing amazing things, doesn't have to be sports, can be anything, can just motivate others. And I think that's super cool about it as well.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I loved so much about the series that we had on the channel. It's just like everyone was joining, literally everyone from all over the world.
Big YouTubers,
but not just YouTubers, like everyone's audience. I think in the world, like tens of millions of people have even tried to do as many push-ups as possible in 30 seconds because of those videos, which I think is just like getting people active because of that. It's just epic.
Yeah, but it did sort of die out, right? Because I haven't seen any of those videos lately.
No, I mean, it was a trend. Yeah,
exactly. But the trend's sort of gone. Yeah, I mean, for now.
Probably ever comes back or something similar to that. But world records will probably never really die out because it's about something interesting. But yeah, the TV program, I kind of get why it doesn't exist anymore. Probably a little bit too bit of a hassle maybe to get real. But then on the other hand,
I mean, a TV show can easily hire like an official.
They could do but why not Guinness World Record does one on their own YouTube channel? They do a recap of all. I mean, they have a very good social media team.
Yeah.
But yeah, they could do that.
Yeah, it might be, if they're watching, which, who knows, or listening, should be cool, and invite us. We'll think of a world record we can do. Maybe stack gummy bears.
Invite us to stack gummy bears. Now, we're going to do a real one, which I think, there are plenty of, we should do. That's the question. What world record would you want to break? If you have, what is a world record you would want to spend all your time on? Like, it would be so epic to have that.
I mean, I would like to have a world record which is sports related for sure.
Yeah, same.
But the issue is, I know, for example, one of the things I think about is amount of pull-ups in 1 hour. But then I know what the world record is, and then I know, okay, that's not. I probably should have started that like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I wanted to break it at a younger age. I don't know. It's a good question.
Because the most pull-ups in 1 hour is around like 1,100.
Which is That's like completely stupid.
That's insane. If you want to break that, then you would have to start with that when you're like almost a little before you were born.
Probably, yeah. I mean, just as a size of 1,100, that's almost 20 minutes.
20 a minute, yeah,
almost.
20 a minute.
Every single minute. And probably dead hang, right? Good form, chin above the bar, dead hang?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it depends on what the requirements are. If they say you need to...
Can't be half reps.
Well, I mean, I've seen it, which I still think is a very interesting version. Maybe they should... I think this most pull-ups in 1 minute is
probably very wide.
Is where it's very wide because the range of motion is still insanely impressive, like an insanely impressive world record. But I think they should maybe make a combination or a differentiate the world record in terms of width. So really go for centimeters or inches, whatever. In terms of
makes sense.
I mean, yeah, basically.
It's the same as, and I'll answer your question soon. I'm just talking so I can think about it. I recently saw the world record female bench press.
Oh, my brother keeps talking about this as well.
Yeah, so the thing about it, I mean, of course, it's a lot of...
Please pull this up. Yeah, if you're watching, pull this up.
Yeah, so the thing is, it's a lot of weight. The range of motion is probably 3 centimeters, like 1 inch. Or...
yeah. How flexible the girl is more impressive than...
yeah, that's true.
I mean, like, I don't like to shit on others or shit on athletes.
It's a world record.
It's a world record, and it's also like people most of the time say don't hate the player, hate the game. Kind of true for this, because why would she do less weight and do a bigger range of motion just for ego and not get the world record, or get the world record according to the rules, and also in her free time just do the normal reps probably. Yeah.
I'll get back. So actually recently, because I don't know, my bench was really improving, bench press, and I knew I was really far off the world record, of course. But I thought, you know what, let's just see at sub 70 kilos, which is, I can easily be sub 70 kilos weight-wise. What is the world record for bench press? How far am I off? Then I checked it and I thought, okay, let's move on and find the next world record. I might be able to. I mean, of course, I do like
nature,
I do a full range of motion. They probably do this very small range of motion. But I mean, you have to go into hundreds and hundreds of kilos. And I thought, okay, you know what? I'm 35 plus years old. There's age categories, so I can still like completely stupid. What I think, I don't know. I find it so hard what kind of world record I would like. I mean, I would like to break the pull-ups. Because I think it's super sick, but I know it's never ever gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. Like a fitness-related one, yeah.
Definitely fitness-related or calisthenics-related. But the issues with all those records, as you know, they're just so stupid.
Yeah, it's
just like the plank. But how about you? I mean, you're going to break one, okay? Or at least you're going to attempt to break one. I mean, those kind of things are cool. If I would know more of those, I'd love to break that one as well. Yeah, it's sick.
The helicopter, most pull-ups done in a helicopter in 1 minute is a pretty epic one. I would say something like that just for... because it sounds kind of doable, but also because I can't really recreate these circumstances.
No, because I was people watching maybe see me look up because you actually have something here that to train.
We created a bar. Yeah, we'll show some footage as well of that. We created a bar.
Isn't that much thicker though than the?
It's much thicker. So if we can do it here, we think we can. We make it harder here. So if we can do it here, we can probably do it in a helicopter. Obviously, there's more wind there, but we're trying to make it as hard as possible.
Do you know how high it will go?
Probably like a meter or two. Like probably the highest bar here is we jump off of that quite often. Yeah. Maybe a little bit higher, but it should still be doable. Honestly, I would want to do records like that.
Yeah.
And we also have like the push up to plank. I like that one as well.
Actually, yeah, that was when you said it. I was thinking, could I break that?
It's very hard, but it's a very epic one as well. But then besides that, I would maybe also want to have a world record work for something that really takes like something on a course. So on a something that's more like you have to do this, this, and this in this amount of time or this. I think it's kind of like Ninja Warrior, obviously.
Yeah,
but that would be maybe even just Ninja Warrior. I would want like that would be epic. What kind of solution would you propose for the bench? World record fix, because everyone's chest is like different. Everyone's arch is different.
I couldn't arch as far as the woman in the world record.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, as you said, like her flexibility is pretty.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. But like, what would you propose? Because from a world record standpoint, or from Guinness World Records standpoint, in terms of making the rules, making the guidelines, how
difficult.
would you? You can't put in.
Could you give like a minimum range of motion? But that's very hard to...
Because everyone's arms are different. Like
But the minimum doesn't have to be a lot, but at least more than 2 centimeters.
But as soon as the minimum is, just a bit more.
Yeah, just like, then it's an actual rep, sort of.
So it will be this, right?
Yeah,
This.
maybe, yeah.
I think it's pretty easy, just as on the bench.
As on the bench, but you can still really
but
arch.
then it could be that this world record turns into more of whose chest is bigger and whose because there's lots of people with the same strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
If then someone just
get some breast implants
exactly,
as a woman.
breast implants. I mean, it could be a fix for like getting the world record.
Exactly,
right?
that's what I mean.
Not probably the best way to get it.
No,
but,
I agree. But it's difficult.
Then it would be who can actually get the most air in his lungs and actually have an insane that's where the problems get. So how would you fix this? So it would be.
I mean, you can definitely say how you have to hold it, right? Because the super wide hold automatically has a very big impact on your range of motion.
Yes.
So if you say, okay, again with the other one, it has to be this far apart your hands. That will already fix a part of it.
But then,
also include,
of
course.
Kind of
so one of the things with benching, of course, so a little story. Before I went to calisthenics, I did just weightlifting.
Yeah.
I was pretty serious about it, and I did it with a friend of mine who was almost 2 meters tall. I'm 172, 173, so there's a big difference. And with lifts, there's such a big difference in how high you can go in terms of weight because of range of motion. So for example, certain things for him was amazing. So squats, deadlifts, I would never be able to get close to his numbers because of range of motion. Benching, however, I have a way smaller range of motion, much easier for me. So how do you make it fair that your weight or at least your height sort of...
Maybe just weight classes, or in terms of like literally height classes or getting a range of motion class. Like literally in terms of where you grab the bar classes, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean...
But then you'd create like 25 new world records because of all the different combinations. So maybe just holding the bar at a certain spot, as Jorg said, have your ass on the bar.
But then people with shorter arms will always win.
Well, not if you say the minimum range of motion is this many centimeters, inches, then it doesn't really... you're kind of right. I don't know. Do you know a solution? It's difficult.
Yeah, it would be to create, I think, the class and then not 25, but then just get like... Because then people with shorter arms would dominate here, longer arms would dominate here,
true.
And then you would just join the one that and then you already... Still, it's a very hard fix, but...
That's the same with calisthenics.
Yeah, it's the same with the bar.
Yeah,
With the pull-ups.
people who are small are usually better at calisthenics, and we don't have different classes in calisthenics.
You do now, for calisthenics. In the calisthenic competitions, you have weight classes.
Weight classes, yes, but not...
High class, but weight classes,
No, it's always weight class, and the friend of that's sort of the end of that story. So he was generally stronger than me in all the lifts what we were doing, and then we decided to go full out on calisthenics. Best day of my life. He tried to learn a front lever as 2 meters. Like it's impossible.
It takes you 5+ years.
At 172 with a knee injury, so you can't train your legs. Super easy. That's basically what I had at that point.
Having gymnastic legs, easy. But that's yeah. All right. I think on that note, how would you fix this world record? On that note, we're ending the podcast.
Yep.
Let us know. I'm very interested. In the comments down below, make sure to leave us a smash like, subscribe, hit bell.
Maybe we can hit the world record most likes on a video on YouTube.
We can do that. Yeah, I think the world record
what is it?
I think the world record is about like I don't know, half a billion.
we can do that. So all you have to do is tell all your friends about it.
I'm gonna now I want to know. Now I want to know. People are dying to know. What do you think? Most likes, I just said like 500 million.
I was thinking towards 1 billion maybe even, but that's too much.
No.
That's too much. I'd say 300-400 million.
What do you think is most viewed video?
I think it was around 1 billion.
That was 10 years ago.
Oh wait, yeah,
that
of
was
course, 'cause-
Gangnam Style, like 10 years ago. It's now Baby Shark with 10 billion.
So if
10.5 billion. Sorry. Because I just missed the 5, right? My total life, my total main channel does not have 500 million views.
Yeah.
This is 10.5. I just missed the 5.
Yeah, exactly.
I just missed my entire life. But this video.
Okay, so how many people? What's the average like ratio?
Yeah,
on
no,
views?
but
That's very different.
Insane, not insane.
No. Okay, so let's say 150 million. That's 1 in 10 people. That's too much. Oh wait, that's 1 in 100 people. Okay, yeah.
So Baby Shark has 34 million likes, but it's not the most liked. It's Despacito.
Okay.
With 48 million likes.
All right, so we need 49 million likes on this video.
Hope you guys can make that happen. Also, let us know in the comments down below how you would fix the bench problem world record, and that actually goes for also the pull-ups, push-ups, stuff like
Everything.
that. Range of motion world records, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
See you there.
Smash like, subscribe, hit bell. Bye bye.